Welcome back to WKYT News. Before a Lexington family could even finalize funeral plans for their son, they were fighting some fake online obituaries.
The details in them were vague and some were totally wrong. A father sat down with WKYT Investigates Kristen Kennedy to share his first-hand warning.
Talking about a child's life
Noah was an amazing person.
is much easier than recounting the day of their death.
He was kind to everyone that he met.
Brett Tinch says in the days after his son Noah's death,
He never said a bad word about anybody.
before they even had funeral plans in place,
Graduated Henry Clay with a 4.0 GPA.
he found himself correcting lies about his son's life.
First went on to Facebook, I started seeing these post obituaries, and none of the information was accurate. The middle name was wrong.
He and his wife were fighting misinformation about their late son.
There's one out there that says he was 32 years old.
The rising UK sophomore was actually one day away from his 19th birthday. He was in Colorado with his mother. The family says he was helping grandparents clean out a property they had just sold, and he was doing what he loved, fly fishing.
They believed that he had gotten a fly stuck in a rock and he had bent down to pick it up. He hit his head and lost consciousness and he drowned.
The father of two wasn't planning on sharing those difficult details, but he knew he had to fight the fake facts with the painful truth.
It's an unfortunate situation, and it's the last thing a family wants to deal with when a loved one has passed.
Dr. Lisa Blue says Tinch did the right thing.
The family's best strategy is to be proactive and control the narrative by posting an obituary on an official news site or a platform or funeral home website as soon as possible, asking their friends and loved ones to only share that content.
Dr. Blue is the director of artificial intelligence strategies for Eastern Kentucky University.
Unfortunately, you kind of have to have a thick skin while you wait for the process to unfold.
This is not the first family she's seen fight fake obituaries.
There are these automated scraping tools that go out and gather information from social media, local news sources, and public records. This information is then fed into generative AI, which creates this obituary-like content that often is filled with inaccuracies.
She says the obits are published anonymously, some overseas, with no repercussions for inaccurate information. We found one for Noah Tinch on a site based out of Nigeria, another with a link to a defunct fundraising page.
These fake obituaries are then published to these low-quality, high-volume content sites in the hopes of generating ad revenue. So the more odd these obituaries seem, the more likely they're going to get clicks, and every one of those clicks generates a small income stream for the poster.
Income for an anonymous post at the expense of a grieving family.
When you have a tragedy like this, there's just no way to prepare for it. And I was really unprepared as we were making arrangements and everything else for all of these fake obituaries and attempts to profit off of his death.
Well, friends did set up a Noah Tinch Legacy Fund. It is a donation-protected page on GoFundMe. Their goal, $45,000 to honor Noah. For WKYT Investigates, I'm Kristen Kennedy.
Well, Dr. Blue put together a step-by-step guide for what to do when you come across a fake obituary, and we are putting her directions inside this story for you on WKYT.com.